grabbing into the plane to just escape the Taliban. Looking at the latest news, the latest tragic events, what's going on in Afghanistan, it remind me how we were living under the Taliban before 2001. And that's why we had the NATO intervention in 2001 to remove the Taliban because of their atrocity, inhuman treatment, in particular women rights violation and human rights violation committed by the Taliban before 2001. Then in 2001, we are very pleased to see the NATO intervention. In particular, thank you very much for the contribution made by the British people, by the British society, where as a result we had number of election, very strong civil society, improvement on women rights, women participation in politics, women participation in civic education, the improvement of the some kind of government system. At least there was something, rather than looking at the situation of what's going on now in Afghanistan or what was happening before 2001. So now it makes us very sad, very worrying, and also make us very uncertain what will be happening in the future.
Do you fear for your family that is still in Afghanistan?
We are in contact with families, friends, members of family members, and in particular also we are in contact with those members of staff who are working in our offices back home in Afghanistan. Remember, before the lockdown in 2020, we launched a number of offices inside Afghanistan to support people with the same services that we are providing in the UK. But then those members of staff, they are also worrying too much about their future, about their life. In particular, the Taliban targeting those people who are working, who were working with the US or for other UK embassies, projects funded by the British or the US donors. Also, who were working as a journalist, working in the civil society. Their life is very in risk. It's very dangerous. They feel very dangerous for their future and for the family members. Yeah.
Very briefly, and I do hope that your employees there and your family are safe and well. You described the Taliban 20 years ago, and the Taliban were today on TV speaking to female doctors saying that they were safe and they were part of society and they wished them no harm. Would you agree with that? Would you say this is a different Taliban?
I don't think that the Taliban has changed. I also was hearing and watching some of the news and some of the interview with the some of the interview organized by CNN with the Taliban. And I think that the Taliban providing misleading information to the world. They have already started searching houses and looking for soldiers who were fighting against the Taliban during the previous government. They are searching houses if they are looking for those women who were working as a journalist in particular, and those people who were working as a translator. And I think there was a very serious tragic incident that as a translator was killed already, just recently. And that's why I asked the British government to speed up the process of relocation program. We witnessed thousands of people get into the Kabul airport and grabbed into the plane. And I think that this picture shows that how is the reaction of the people about the Taliban and how the people escape from the Taliban regardless of the risk they are taking. You can imagine people, they are grabbing into the plane to just escape the the Taliban escape the risk that they have in their life in Afghanistan.